In the quiet of her office, the city lights dance outside as Emily prepares to confront a hidden truth. A plain white letter appears, bearing secrets that threaten to shatter her composure. As she recognizes the handwriting, a wave of shock washes over Emily, her world tilting on its axis. A chilling confession emerges from the shadows. "Forgive me, Emily. I killed her." The confession continues, each word a deeper cut. "Maybe others too. I don't know how to stop." The haunting words reach their climax. "You're the only person I can confess to. You know who I am." Emily sits frozen, the letter clutched in her trembling hands. A ghost of Daniel's smile flickers across her mind, a painful echo of happier times. His tender touch resurfaces, a bittersweet memory that pierces through the present. The shadows of his secretive nature begin to darken her thoughts. She recalls the inexplicable disappearances, the unanswered questions that now haunt her. The walls of the office seem to close in, trapping her in a labyrinth of doubt and suspicion. The vibrant city park, now tainted by the stark yellow of police tape, hints at a hidden darkness. Detective Mark Lawson arrives, his hardened gaze reflecting the weight of countless investigations. His grim expression deepens as he surveys the scene, a silent acknowledgement of the grim reality. Each line on his face tells a story of past cases, each more haunting than the last. Sunlight floods Emily's office, each ray a spotlight on her inner turmoil. Emily's brow furrows as she holds the phone, an unspoken tension hanging heavy in the air. "Hello, this is Dr. Emily Carter," she begins, her voice laced with a hesitant determination. She continues, "I'm a psychologist, and I wanted to offer my assistance with the current case. I know it's unusual, but I might have some insight." Her voice softens. "It's just difficult to explain my connection." In the starkly lit police station, Emily stands firm, facing Detective Mark Lawson across a cluttered desk. Detective Lawson leans back, his expression a mask of skepticism and curiosity. The fluorescent lights cast a harsh glow on the haphazard stacks of papers. Detective Lawson challenges her, his voice laced with doubt. "We already have profilers. Why do you think you can help?" In the sterile confines of the police station, Emily confronts Mark, her gaze piercing and resolute. Emily's voice fills the room, each word measured and firm. "Because killers don't just leave traces at crime scenes." Her words hang heavy in the air, each syllable charged with unspoken implications. With a chilling pronouncement, she continues, "They leave marks on the people they care about." The weight of her accusation settles, leaving Mark to grapple with the profound impact of her words. In her dimly lit apartment, Emily sits amidst a sea of letters, each one a stark reminder of an unraveling mystery. Her brow furrows as she rereads the increasingly frantic handwriting, each word a haunting echo of a love now tainted. Fleeting memories of Daniel Flood, her mind shared laughter, tender walks, quiet evenings now cast in a sinister light. Desperate, she strains to recall any warning signs, any hint of the darkness now revealed in these disturbing missives. Under the sterile glare of fluorescent lights, Mark leans in, his weariness betrayed by the intensity of his gaze. "I need your take on Daniel. What makes him tick? What's driving him?" Emily's thoughtful expression deepens as she analyzes. "He's complex. There's a deep-seated resentment." Mark probes further. "So, it's personal?" Emily leans forward, her voice low. "It always is, isn't it? Though he may not even realize it." Emily's gaze softens, a hint of vulnerability in her eyes. "Sometimes, the darkness is overwhelming." In the dead of night, a stark white envelope descends onto the floor, an omen cloaked in silence. Emily trembles, her fingers betraying her fear as she clutches the familiar script. Her eyes dart across the ominous words, each line a chilling revelation. A wave of icy dread washes over Emily as she whispers, "They're close. I have to finish what I started. Forgive me if I have to take you with me." Under the cloak of night, Emily strides toward her car, Mark keeping pace beside her. The first fat raindrops begin to fall, splattering against the cold pavement. Mark's voice cuts through the silence, a promise echoing in the damp air. "Emily, whatever happens, you're not alone." Emily continues toward her car, her expression unreadable as the rain intensifies. The rain washes over them both, a silent witness to the unspoken words hanging in the air. Emily steps into the old apartment, where sunlight barely pierces the grimy windows. Dust motes dance in the dim light, revealing cobwebs clinging to every corner like ghostly curtains. The air hangs heavy, saturated with the scent of decay, a palpable reminder of time's passage. Emily searches for clues, her heart pounding a frantic rhythm against her ribs. She takes a tentative step further into the silent space, the floorboards creaking beneath her weight. Each step deeper into the apartment amplifies the frantic rhythm of her heart. In the old apartment, dust motes dance in the sunbeams as Emily confronts relics of a shadowed past. Amid faded photos and yellowed clippings, a cardboard box reveals secrets hinting at Daniel's hidden life. Her fingers brush against a photograph, revealing Daniel smiling beside a stranger, their camaraderie masking a hidden truth. She flips the photograph, revealing frantic handwriting that whispers a chilling warning. "They're watching you." The weight of the unspoken settles around Emily as the apartment's silence amplifies the gravity of the cryptic message. Mark arrives at the old apartment, his face etched with concern. He enters the dimly lit apartment, a sense of unease hanging in the air. His voice cuts through the silence. "You shouldn't be here alone." Mark steps further into the room, his eyes scanning the surroundings with caution. Mark halts, his posture firm as he assesses the empty space. Dust motes dance in the dim light as Emily and Mark lean over the table, their fingers ghosting across the artifacts of time. A silent dialogue unfolds as they trace the contours of forgotten faces and decipher the secrets hidden within brittle clippings. The weight of untold stories settles heavily as they begin to assemble the fragments of a puzzle, its edges obscured by time. The puzzle's jagged pieces hint at a past stretching far beyond their expectations, its mysteries beckoning them into the unknown. In Daniel's old apartment, Emily and Mark sit amidst a sea of scattered papers, the weight of unspoken questions hanging heavy in the air. The dim light casts long, eerie shadows, deepening the mystery surrounding Daniel's secrets. Emily breaks the silence, her voice tinged with worry and curiosity. Who was the man in the photo with Daniel? The question hangs in the air, unanswered, amplifying the palpable tension between them. The old apartment stands cloaked in an unsettling silence, the air thick with unspoken fears. Mark enters the room, shaking his head slowly, his brow furrowed deep with concern. Unanswered questions hang heavy in the air, each corner of the room whispering secrets of Daniel's disappearance. Mark's voice breaks the silence, his words laced with grim realization. "We don't know yet," he continues. "But the message, 'They're watching you,' suggests Daniel was under serious threat." The weight of the message fills the room, confirming their worst fears about Daniel's fate. Dim light casts long shadows across Emily's face as she sits at a cluttered table, the weight of the room pressing in. Her brow furrows in concentration as she stares intently at a newspaper clipping, the details blurring slightly under the poor light. The newspaper clipping details a string of unsolved murders, each line a chilling echo in the silence. Dates align eerily with Daniel's disappearance, each passing moment amplifying the dread. The timing of the letters she has been receiving becomes a sinister countdown, each tick a step closer to the unknown. The shadows deepen, and the weight of the unsolved murders presses down on her, each detail a chilling reminder of what she could lose. The old apartment stands in silence, dust hanging thick in the air, illuminated by the weak sunlight. Emily clutches a faded photograph, her knuckles white as she stands in the dilapidated room. Her grip tightens, the weight of unspoken questions heavy in the air. Her voice barely a whisper in the silent room, Emily asks, "Do you think Daniel was involved?" Her eyes search for answers in the shadows, the faded photograph a painful reminder. Inside Emily and Daniel's old apartment, Mark leans forward, his brow furrowed with intense concern. His eyes reflect a deep-seated conviction as he speaks of unseen forces and hidden dangers. Mark speaks with urgency, as if he knows secrets that could shatter their world. "I think he was trapped." His voice drops, filled with ominous undertones, caught between his past and something far darker. His words hang in the air, heavy with implication. Maybe he was trying to protect you. In the dim solitude of her apartment, Emily sits frozen, her face a canvas of profound regret. A single tear traces a lonely path down her cheek, marking the depth of her sorrow. Clutching a framed photo, she is haunted by the echoes of smiles from a happier time with Daniel. As the memory floods back, Emily whispers, "It all comes back to that night." A phantom echo of Daniel's voice lingers in the air. Some things are better left buried. Amid the police station's chaos, Mark stands, phone to his ear, absorbing the relentless sounds of ringing phones and hurried footsteps. His voice tightens, revealing grim news. "We found another body, same Mo." He pauses, the weight of the revelation heavy. "And Emily, we intercepted a letter." His tone darkens, delivering the final blow. It matches Daniel's handwriting. The weight of the evidence settles heavily as Mark absorbs the implications. Under the stark hum of fluorescent lights, the police station buzzes with restless energy. A whiteboard displays a chaotic web of photographs and string, mapping out a grim puzzle. Mark steps forward, his expression grave. "We believe Daniel is trying to lead us to the killer." The words hang heavy in the air, hinting at a dangerous game of cat and mouse. Or the killers. Each photo on the board seems to watch, a silent witness to the unfolding drama. The room is cloaked in shadow, a bedside lamp the only defiant flicker against the encroaching darkness. Clothes lie scattered, a testament to the chaos of her thoughts. A half-finished cup of coffee sits abandoned on the desk. Emily stares blankly at the screen, her face illuminated by the cold light, fingers frozen above the keys. Emily feels trapped. The line between professional and personal is blurring with Mark. In Emily's dimly lit apartment, dust motes dance in the air, illuminated by the stark light. On the worn wooden table, the sixth letter lies unopened, a beacon of stark white against the aged surface. The heavy, palpable tension in the room thickens, pressing down on the silent space. The letter whispers its ominous message. "Tonight, the place where it all began. Come alone." Under the cloak of night, Emily advances toward the ancient lecture hall, her heart pounding with anticipation. The old lecture hall looms, a silent sentinel under the night sky. Each step echoes her building anticipation. The heavy wooden doors of the lecture hall appear ominous. The weight of her decision hangs heavy as she reaches for the door. The lecture hall lies in silent darkness, row upon row of empty seats fading into shadow. A lone figure is standing at the end of the room, cloaked in shadows. A voice pierces the silence. "Daniel?" The figure remains still, an enigma in the echoing hall. Daniel, gaunt and haunted, steps into the lecture hall, his presence heavy with unspoken burdens. His gaze settles on a figure unseen, a ghost of memory in the silent hall. With raw emotion he confesses, "Emily, I never stopped loving you." A tormented admission escapes his lips. "But I can't keep running." The lecture hall falls into stunned silence as Mark appears, a gun glinting ominously in his hand. His voice cuts through the silence, a stark warning. "Stay back," he warns. The students and lecturer shrink back in fear, eyes wide with terror. Mark's posture remains firm, the gun unwavering as the tension escalates. In the lecture hall, Daniel's eyes reveal a flicker of pain as sweat beads on his brow. His grip tightens on the podium, knuckles turning white. His voice barely a whisper, Daniel warns, "They're coming." Daniel urgently conveys, "We don't have much time." The lecture hall's heavy oak doors are violently thrown open, unleashing a wave of masked figures into the once peaceful sanctuary of learning. The hall's quiet shatters instantly as gunfire erupts, turning the academic space into a scene of terror and chaos. Screams fill the air as students, caught in the crossfire, desperately dive under desks, seeking any semblance of protection from the sudden violence. Amidst the pandemonium, some students crawl frantically, their eyes wide with fear, as they seek to escape the relentless hail of bullets. The lecture hall transforms into a landscape of fear, echoing with the sounds of gunfire and desperate cries for safety. The lecture hall descends into pandemonium as gunfire erupts. Mark, in a swift act of protection, forces Emily behind a row of seats. Bullets tear through the air, ripping through walls and desks. Daniel's eyes blaze with fury as he returns fire. The echoes of gunfire reverberate through the hall, amplifying the terror. Amidst the chaos, survival becomes the only instinct. In the lecture hall, a cold resolve hardens within Emily, her eyes reflecting the steel in her heart. Her determination intensifies, a silent vow forming on her lips. A surge of defiance empowers her, preparing her for the battles ahead. Her voice echoes in the hall. "I will fight for truth." Smoke lingers, veiling the scene in mystery as it slowly clears. Amidst the dissipating smoke, Daniel lies wounded on the cold floor. His eyes flutter open, revealing a spark of life amidst the destruction. He struggles to speak, each word a testament to his will to survive. With a desperate plea, Daniel gasps, "We have to end this." His words echo in the vast hall, a challenge to fate itself. In the lecture hall, Mark extends a helping hand to Daniel, lifting him up. Daniel rises, supported by Mark's firm grip. A united front forms as the three brace themselves. Together, they prepare to confront the encroaching darkness. The lecture hall transforms into a battlefield. They stand ready, a beacon of defiance against the shadows. Under the cloak of night, the abandoned warehouse stands. Emily, Daniel, and Mark tread carefully towards the looming structure. Each step echoes in the night as they approach the silent giant. Shadows dance around them, heightening the sense of foreboding. They pause, the warehouse door ajar, beckoning them into the unknown. A shared glance seals their resolve as they prepare to confront whatever lies within. In the abandoned warehouse, shadows waltz in the vast expanse, their movements dictated by a solitary, wavering bulb. Dust motes spiral in the feeble light. Daniel, shrouded in shadow, whispers, "They're here." A chilling revelation cuts through the silence as Daniel continues. "The ones who dragged me down." The shadows deepen, as though stirred by unseen entities, and the lone bulb flickers ominously. Daniel's face is half illuminated, revealing a mix of fear and resolve. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned warehouse, Mark's final preparations resonate with grim resolve. The metallic click pierces the silence, each sound a stark reminder of the night's gravity. Dust motes swirl in the dim light, casting ghostly shadows that mirror the weight of Mark's words. Mark's voice echoes with determination. "We end this tonight." Echoing footsteps signal danger as they boom from the warehouse's dim recesses. From the abyss, shadowy figures emerge, their menace palpable. Each step reveals glints of steel, promises of violence. The armed group slowly advances, their intent undeniably hostile. Gunfire shatters the silence of the abandoned warehouse. Emily throws herself behind a stack of crates, seeking cover from the onslaught. The warehouse echoes with the relentless barrage of gunfire. Huddled behind the crates, Emily prepares to retaliate. Amidst the cavernous expanse of the abandoned warehouse, Mark unleashes a hail of bullets. Each shot echoes through the desolate space, a desperate symphony of survival. Daniel, cornered and defiant, fights with every ounce of strength he can muster. His movements are savage, fueled by a primal instinct to overcome the odds. The warehouse transforms into a battleground where survival is the only victor. In this desperate dance of conflict, the fate of both men hangs precariously in the balance. In the heart of the abandoned warehouse, the attacker lunges, a predatory glint in his eyes. With lightning reflexes, Emily ducks just in time, narrowly escaping the attacker's grasp. Her fingers grasp the cold, unforgiving steel of a fallen crowbar. Muscles coiled, she rises, the crowbar arcing through the air like a weapon of vengeance. With a furious cry, Emily swings the crowbar with every ounce of her strength. The attacker collapses, defeated, in the echoing emptiness of the warehouse. Echoing footsteps and distant shouts cut through the silence, heralding impending danger. Mark shouts a warning. "Get down!" Mark urgently gestures, commanding immediate action amidst the encroaching threat. The warehouse stands silent, save for the echo of approaching sounds. Inside the desolate warehouse, Daniel struggles to breathe, each gasp a painful reminder of his dire condition. Crimson stains bloom on his shirt, painting a stark picture of his fading strength. He clutches his side, a futile attempt to stem the lifeblood draining away. His eyes dart around the cavernous space, a desperate search for escape or salvation. Weakness overwhelms him, threatening to plunge him into the abyss of unconsciousness. Inside the desolate warehouse, dust hangs thick in the air as Daniel's fear becomes visible. He clutches Emily's hand. "Emily, take this." His voice cracking with urgency, he says, "Evidence, enough to bring them down." The evidence passes from his trembling hand to hers, a fragile hope in the oppressive gloom. In the desolate warehouse, she fights back tears, her vision clouding with sorrow. Daniel's body slumps heavily against her, his weight a crushing burden of despair. In a whisper that cuts through the silence, Daniel confesses, "I love you." Her tears flow freely now, a torrent of grief and unspoken words washing over them. In the echoing silence of the abandoned warehouse, the last vestige of Daniel's life ebbs away. The air hangs heavy, thick with the dust of forgotten time. Shadows lengthen, stretching like grasping fingers across the cold, unforgiving floor. A final, silent farewell to a life extinguished in the heart of desolation. The warehouse stands as a silent sentinel, guarding secrets in its decaying embrace. Only echoes remain, whispering tales of a life now lost to the darkness. In the depths of the abandoned warehouse, Mark's grip tightens on Emily's arm, his eyes reflecting raw urgency. His frantic whisper cuts through the silence. "We have to go." Emily's face shows a mix of shock and resolve as she prepares to flee the looming danger. Their escape is imminent. In the night, sirens echo, drawing nearer as police cars race toward the abandoned warehouse. Flashing lights cast eerie red and blue hues across the warehouse's grimy, decaying facade. The scene intensifies as law enforcement converges, each siren piercing the night. Shadows dance ominously, hinting at the hidden drama within the warehouse's walls. The warehouse, a silent witness, stands cloaked in the unsettling glow of the approaching emergency. Inside the bustling police station, fluorescent lights cast a cold glow over the chaotic scene. Crisp uniforms cut through the tension-filled air as justice begins its relentless grind. The sterile hum of the lights underscores the gravity of the unfolding events. Handcuffed figures shuffle forward, each step echoing the weight of their circumstances. The air crackles with a palpable sense of urgency as the machinery of law enforcement churns. Bathed in sunlight, Mark lies still in his hospital bed, his injuries hidden beneath layers of bandages. Emily sits beside him, her gentle touch a silent promise of hope and healing. The warmth of the sunlight streams through the window, casting long shadows across the room. Emily's eyes are filled with a mixture of worry and unwavering love as she watches over Mark. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor fills the otherwise silent room, a constant reminder of Mark's fragile state. Despite the sterile environment, Emily's presence transforms the room into a sanctuary of love and hope. Sunlight floods the hospital room, illuminating the stillness where Emily rests peacefully. Mark sits beside Emily, his eyes reflecting a tender vigil as he gently holds her hand. A profound sense of warmth emanates from Mark as he watches over Emily, his gaze unwavering. In the quiet sanctuary of the room, their connection deepens, bathed in the soft glow of hope and affection. Sunlight pierces through the window, casting the room in a gentle glow, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A nurse enters, her footsteps soft on the linoleum floor. She places a fresh letter on the bedside table, near a vase of wilting flowers. "Emily, I always wanted you to be happy. Now you have a chance. Don't waste it." The flowers droop, a silent testament to time passing, opportunities fading. In the sterile confines of a hospital room, Emily's face is illuminated by a smile, tears uncontrollably streaming down her face. The tears cascade down her cheeks, each one a testament to her silent joy. The room is filled with a quiet sense of hope. Her smile widens, radiating a sense of inner peace. The soft light of the room casts a tender glow on her face. Emily's face reflects a mix of relief and happiness. In the sterile confines of the hospital room, Emily's touch breaks the silence, reaching for Mark's hand. Their fingers intertwine, a silent promise against the cold clinical backdrop. The sterile smell of the hospital fills the air, a constant reminder of their fragile reality. Her voice barely a whisper, Emily confesses, "I don't want to be alone anymore." In the sterile quiet of the hospital room, Mark watches over her, his eyes reflecting a storm of unspoken fears. His gaze softens as he focuses on her pale face, a silent vigil filled with love and anxiety. He reaches out, his fingers trembling slightly as he gently touches her hand. His hand envelops hers, a tender promise of unwavering support in the face of uncertainty. The simple gesture speaks volumes, a lifeline of hope and reassurance in the hushed room. In the tranquil expanse of the park, Emily and Mark journey together, their footsteps resonating softly on the path. They turn their gaze towards the distant horizon, their expressions reflecting a poignant blend of sorrow, affection, and steadfast resolve. The weight of unspoken emotions lingers in the air as they contemplate the future before them. Their shared gaze into the distance hints at a mutual understanding and a commitment to face whatever lies ahead. The gentle breeze whispers through the trees, carrying with it the echoes of their hopes and fears. Emily sits at her desk, a serene stillness filling the office. The office is bathed in a soft light, each item in its place, yet imbued with newfound tranquility. A sense of closure hangs in the air, as if the room itself has exhaled a long-held breath. The weight of the past seems to lift, replaced by a palpable lightness. Emily's office now reflects a space reborn, filled with peace and serenity. In the quiet of her office, Emily's gaze lingers on a photograph, a portal to a cherished memory. The photograph reveals Emily and Mark, their faces radiant with genuine happiness, a testament to a love once shared. A gentle smile graces Emily's lips, a subtle acknowledgement of the joy that still resonates within her. In her eyes, a newfound strength and clarity emerge, signaling a decisive turn. The shadows of yesterday fade, replaced by the radiant promise of a future brimming with possibility. Emily's apartment is a sea of scattered boxes, each a silent testament to a life in transition. Amid the chaos, Emily seals a box labeled "Books," her touch gentle, almost reverent. She pauses, her gaze sweeping across the room, a wistful smile gracing her lips. In her eyes, a poignant mix of sadness and excitement dances, hinting at the bittersweet journey ahead. Each box packed is a chapter closed, each label a promise of new adventures waiting to unfold. The room echoes with unspoken stories, memories clinging to the walls as Emily prepares to bid farewell. Bathed in soft sunlight, Emily kneels amidst swirling dust motes, a silent observer in her own life. Her fingers trace the contours of a familiar face in a worn photograph, a faint smile gracing her lips before vanishing like a ghost. A bittersweet selection, a beloved book, a concert ticket. Each item sparks a memory, a phantom echo of laughter and shared moments. The remaining relics, a collection of forgotten mementos, gather in her hands, heavy with unspoken stories. She rises, the weight of the past held carefully as she moves towards the trash can. A final act of letting go, as Emily prepares to discard the box's contents into the trash can. Bathed in sunlight, the university campus buzzes with life as Emily and Mark begin their walk. Their footsteps echo softly against the backdrop of students hurrying to class. The air crackles with youthful energy, a vibrant reminder of beginnings. For Emily, every corner holds a memory. This path, where fate first intertwined her with Daniel. The sun warms the stones beneath their feet, a silent witness to stories yet untold. On the bustling university campus, Emily and Mark pause, the lecture hall looming before them, the very spot where their journey began. Emily turns, a soft smile gracing her lips as she looks at Mark. Her eyes sparkle with shared memories and unspoken words, a silent acknowledgement of their intertwined past. The lecture hall stands sentinel, a silent witness to their enduring bond. As the sun dips below the horizon, Emily and Mark become mere silhouettes against the fiery sky. The waves crash rhythmically, an eternal, soothing symphony accompanying their silent communion. Their figures stand motionless as the colors deepen, painting the sky with hues of orange, purple, and gold. The air grows cooler, and a gentle breeze whispers secrets only the ocean knows. In this moment, time stands still, and all that remains is the vastness of the sea and the warmth of companionship. The beach stretches out before them, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun. Their faces radiate with love, mirroring the promise of a future filled with shared dreams. Soft waves crash gently nearby, creating a symphony of nature that underscores their heartfelt moment. The air is thick with unspoken vows as their eyes meet, sealing a silent commitment. Wrapped in each other's warmth, they stand as one against the endless horizon, their love a beacon of hope. Amidst a sea of unpacked boxes, Emily and Mark find themselves swallowed by the chaos of their new home. Clothes spill from cartons, books form haphazard towers, and kitchenware twinkles under the dim light. Everywhere they look, a testament to new beginnings and the daunting task of turning this space into a home. Mark surveys the scene, a mix of overwhelm and excitement flickering in his eyes. Together, they stand ready to conquer the mountain of unpacked dreams, a new chapter waiting to be written within these walls. Inside their new home, Emily and Mark step into a whirlwind of unpacked dreams and scattered boxes. Laughter fills the air as Emily stumbles, her joy and the chaos around her colliding. Mark's steadying hand becomes a tender moment amidst the unpacking frenzy, their laughter echoing in their new space. In a pause carved from their shared excitement, they steal a kiss, sealing their dreams within the walls of their new home. With renewed energy, they dive back into the unpacking frenzy, eager to transform their house into a home. In the soft glow of their new home, Emily and Mark share a quiet moment on the couch, lost in the flickering images on the television. Bathed in the shifting light, their faces reflect the stories unfolding before them. The room is filled with a sense of calm intimacy as the movie weaves its spell. Wrapped in each other's presence, they surrender to the shared experience, their connection deepening with every scene. Bathed in the soft glow of the afternoon sun, Emily and Mark stand embraced, their love palpable in the air. Their faces radiate with warmth and affection, reflecting the deepening bond between them. The light weaves through the room, softly highlighting their affectionate connection. In this moment of quiet intimacy, their embrace speaks volumes, a silent testament to their unwavering love. Under the brilliant sun, Emily and Mark begin their ascent, their figures etched against the towering mountain backdrop. The sun casts long shadows as Emily and Mark navigate through the rugged, rocky terrain. Emily and Mark continue to ascend, their silhouettes stark against the bright sky, their determination unwavering. Amidst the challenging terrain, Emily and Mark advance with resolve, their figures small yet resilient against the vast landscape. Reaching the summit, they pause, their chests heaving as they gasp for air. Before them, a vista of unimaginable beauty stretches into infinity, the world laid bare. The air is thin and biting, a stark reminder of the altitude's unforgiving embrace. They drink in the view, the vastness of the landscape dwarfing their existence. The mountain submits to their will as they stand triumphant atop the world. High atop the mountain, two figures become silhouettes against the skyline. They turn towards each other, their faces filled with unspoken emotion. In a tender embrace, they find solace amidst the grandeur of the landscape. Their love echoes through the mountains, as vast and endless as the vista before them. Sunlight bathes Emily's office in a warm glow, highlighting the delicate dance of dust motes and the quiet anticipation hanging in the air. Emily leans forward, her face etched with a profound empathy, her eyes reflecting a professional dedication to easing her patient's burden. Across from Emily, a new patient sits, their countenance a canvas of mixed emotions, anxiety wrestling with a fragile seed of hope. The office is a sanctuary of hushed anticipation, punctuated only by the gentle hum of the air conditioning and the subtle rustle of papers under Emily's touch. In the tranquil warmth of her office, Emily faces her patient, sunlight casting a golden hue over the scene. Sunlight dances across the diplomas adorning the wall, underscoring the atmosphere of trust and expertise. Emily leans forward, a gentle smile gracing her face, her eyes radiating empathy. She shares a personal anecdote, her voice soft and filled with understanding, creating a moment of shared humanity. Her words resonate with profound empathy, forging a bond of trust and mutual respect between therapist and patient. In the heart of the city park, Emily and Mark stroll, basking in the golden embrace of the sun. Their laughter echoes through the serene landscape, blending seamlessly with the gentle rustling of leaves. Sunlight dances through the leaves, casting playful shadows that highlight their carefree steps. The world fades away as they lose themselves in each other's company, their joy radiating into the warm afternoon air. In the heart of the city park, they find solace on a quiet bench. Their hands meet, a silent promise as they settle into shared stillness. The world fades as they become absorbed in the gentle rhythm of life around them. A sense of tranquility washes over them, a shared peace found in their togetherness. In this moment, time stands still, and their hearts beat in unison.